Come on, there's a whole lot of folk can quote scriptures. There's a whole lot of folk can give you 5 or 6 names for God. But do you trust him? See, you always talking about he Jehovah Jireh. Why are you crying about your needs then? If you really know him as Jehovah Jireh, then you know he's going to provide. I don't care if you didn't get the last 2 jobs. You know him as Jehovah Jireh. You will get the job that he has for you. Why? Because he is provider. See, we need to stop boasting about God's name if we ain't really trusting in what the name means. He's Jehovah Rapha. Why are you crying about your sickness? He is the one that healeth you of all your diseases. Am I teaching right, elder? Because you get folk that, yeah, I know him as Jehovah Jireh. No, you know his name as Jehovah Jireh. But you don't know him as provider. You cry too easily. And see, be careful when you be telling other folk, look, you just need to depend on Jehovah Jireh. Yeah, you saying that because she going through something, but you just don't know. You're going to be going through something next week. And I want you to remember, you told me he was Jehovah Jireh. You told me it wasn't nothing too hard for God. But like it a time that God has to allow us to go through things. I said he got to allow us to go through things. To whom much is given, much is required. If you're going to preach about Jehovah Jireh, then I got to let you go through some stuff. And see, some of you been out of shape with God this morning about stuff. He just teaching you who he is. Anybody being taught? Anybody in school right now? So you said, start looking at trouble like I'm in school. I'm just in school. And some of us, we ain't in elementary. We in college. Come on, some of us trying to graduate cum laude. God got us going through some stuff. You on professor level. Watch this. Some of you gonna need to see this. I cried to the Lord with my voice. Well, Pastor, I'm crying out in my heart. It's got to come out your mouth. For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. See, when you need help, cry out to God. Talk to God. What did I teach you about talking to God? He talks back. Whoa. I said he talked what? I cried to the Lord with my voice. He heard me. Watch what God heard him from his holy hill. I lay down and slept. I awoke, for the Lord sustained me. See, when you know who Jehovah is, it don't matter what you're going through. You can lay down and sleep. Why are you allowing what's happening to affect your sleep? When you know who in control, when you know nobody can help like Jehovah, you can sleep through a storm. Oh, watch this. Some of you ain't gonna like this. You can sleep and be broke. You can sleep and bills are due. You can sleep in the house in foreclosure. I can't sleep like that. You don't know who in control. Now, I ain't using sleep as being idle or lazy. But I'm speaking of sleep as in a person so secure in who got them that they can lay down. Oh God, can I prove it from a natural standpoint? Watch a baby during a storm. Watch a 1 month or 2 month old in a storm. Sleeping in mama's arm, resting on mama's bosom as if nothing is going on. Why? The baby trusts in mama. Am I right about it? We should be like babies in storm, just sleeping in God. I only want to look real quickly at 4 things that Elohim means and why that is important. Number 1, Elohim is the supreme God. He is the supreme one. When you talk about Elohim being the supreme one, I'm saying to you that he is the creator of all creators. We recognize this name in Genesis 1:1. When the Bible says, in the beginning, God created. Oh Lord, I said in the beginning, God created. In the beginning, God created. Created in the text suggests that in the beginning, God was in control. And see, if you know Elohim, you no matter what man try to do, you know Elohim is in control. Elohim is the creator. He not only created in Genesis, but he's creating right now. That's the reason in the midst of a pandemic, God has created peace for his people. Yeah, COVID-19 is trying to do something, but then there is Elohim saying, I will protect you. I will create a place for you. Oh, and you ought to give him praise, because there are folk about to lose their mind. There are people that ain't had peace since it showed up. But then there are those of us that have been prospering all year long, because God has been looking out for you. He was so looking out for you that he told you, you ain't got to go to the job coming to the house. Work from home until this pass. And you recognize it as the work of Elohim. He is the supreme God. No one like him. Come on, he is the supreme God. Why are you so happy? I serve the supreme God. How did you get over what you went through? The supreme God helped me get over it. Am I talking right? Because if the supreme one would not have helped us, many of us would still be trapped in depression, trapped in unhappiness. But the creator, somebody shout the creator. Somebody shout the creator. Somebody shout the creator. When it comes to some of our family members, they know he exists when they look at us. And if you ever doubt that he is the supreme one, oh, I hate to hear folks say stupid stuff like, we need to see a miracle. Why? We don't see no miracles no more. You don't understand Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created. And anytime you want to see a miracle, just get in the mirror, because God created you out of dust. I see a miracle every day. Are you with me? Are y'all listening? There will be folk in your own house, in your own family, who will be your enemy, because God has anointed you to do something, watch this, that he didn't anoint them to do. Oh, I'm about to go preaching up in here. I said you will have enemies who, when they look at your life, the one thing they dislike about you the most is that God saw fit to anoint you. Lord have mercy. And most of the time, the anointed of God is battling against people. They're often battling against those who God did not anoint. See, you got to be careful, because there comes a separation. There will always be a war between those whom God has anointed versus those who try to act anointed, those who try to pretend to be anointed, those who say they are of God, but yet they have no connection with Elyon. I come to preach hard to somebody that you need to get over having enemies, because you have them, because God saw fit to anoint you. Oh God, somebody dealing with some enemies this morning. They don't like the fact that God anointed you. Am I helping anybody? But finally, I want you to recognize that when it comes to the Most High God, he is the highest ruler, or he is the highest judge. That's the reason he is considered to be the exalted one. See, God is the highest ruler. God is the highest judge. And so this morning, when we talk about the Most High God, we again are looking at the highest ruler. We are looking at the highest judge. Why, Pastor, is that so important? It is important because it says about God, because he is the highest judge in the land, that when he makes a decision, nobody can overrule God. If God has has made a decision to bless you, there is no demon on earth or in hell that can reverse what God decided to do. He made a decision about bringing you out. And so I don't care how many things go wrong this week. I don't care how many challenges hit you in 2020, because the highest judge made a decision about bringing you out. You coming out. You coming out despite what they say. You coming out despite what it looks like. Somebody should be getting happy because you already feel, you already know, you already sense that God has been pulling you out, pulling you to a place that he wants you to be. Am I right? He is, be seated, the highest judge. No one can overrule the Most High. Pastor, if he didn't forget about me, why didn't he do for me what I asked him to do? Why, Pastor, if he didn't forget about me, why did he let this right here happen to my friend? Why did he let this right here happen? Why didn't God work this out right here? Why didn't God move when I called him? Why didn't God answer when I fasted? Why did God let my enemies do this? If he heard me, if he did not forget, Pastor, why did he do it? Because God is sovereign. Look at somebody and say, Elroy is not your Santa Claus. He has a plan for you, but he is not your Santa Claus. Are you hearing me? He is not your person who fetches what you want him to get. Are you hearing me? He does not do this. He is God. He is God all by himself. Am I right about that? Am I right about it? Give him a praise if you know that he is the God who remembers. He is the God who remembers. You better praise him because he is the God who remembers. Because if the truth be told, your family forgot, your supervisor forgot, but he is the God that remembers. Your country forgot, the Republicans and the Democrats forgot, but he is the God who